is Lady Boulay, and I hope you're having a glorious day. Thank you for your support. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your thumbs up, for your comments, and thank you for sharing the videos. Thank you for all you do to support the channel. Well, let's flip a stereotype. I recently did a video entitled Black People Are Lazy, and some people actually thought I was saying black people are lazy. I was actually flipping a stereotype or being sarcastic. Anyway, someone wrote in the comment section something that I thought was so amusing that I thought I would share it with you. And I would ask you to give me your favorite I'm so lazy that. Let me share this with you so you'll know what I'm talking about. At Let's Talk One said, yes, it's true. I'm so lazy. I got my first job at 13. Worked while in college, worked after the birth of 2 children, worked until I retired at age 66. I guess I'm just your average lazy black woman. I love this because this flips the stereotype. Let's Talk One realizes something that we should all accept. You cannot prove a negative. If somebody says you are something, you cannot prove that you are not that. Not is a negative word, so you cannot prove it. But the main reason you cannot prove a negative like black people are lazy is because that is an opinion. That is somebody's opinion. That is not provable. You cannot look at the life of black people in America and truthfully say that black people are lazy. But you can formulate a stereotype in your mind based on what you don't like about black people, or the fact that you can no longer control black people and force them to work for nothing. And then you can say, well, they're just lazy. That's an opinion. So somebody's opinion cannot be right or wrong because that's what they think. They're entitled to what they think. And then everybody else who agrees with them also thinks that. It's not provable, but that's what they think. And so you cannot disprove what somebody else thinks. So this narrative that has gone on for so long and has been so effective that people who are sorry as gully dirt themselves have the nerve to call black people lazy. And they truly believe that. And we believe it too because we haven't found a way to fight back and say, excuse me, but what have you done for America lately? That would be a good question. What have you done for America lately? But we don't think like that because we expect people to tell the truth. And they don't tell the truth. And they definitely are not going to tell the truth on us. So we have to find a way to counter it. Now, this is just a little fun thing that I'm doing now. That I want you to give me your favorite I'm so lazy story. It could be yours. It could be your parents, your grandparents, your best friend, your neighbor. Let's give a I'm so lazy that I can do this job better than anybody. I'm so lazy that I went to the factory and I was supposed to build a portion of the tire, and I ended up building the whole tire because I didn't understand the assignment. I thought that I was supposed to build the whole tire. That was the case of one of my relatives went to work at a tire factory where they were building tires, and he was just supposed to do one portion of it. And he had worked on a farm. He knew how to operate farm equipment, how to operate machines. So going into that factory to just do one part of a job seemed too easy for him. So he ended up building the whole tire. Somebody had to come and tell him, man, you're not supposed to build the whole tire. You're just supposed to do this portion of it. There are untold stories in the South when black Americans went into these factories and they were supposed to meet production, and they had white people in the factories who were not meeting production. So they would put the black people on the hardest machines, thinking that the black people wouldn't be able to operate the machines. And it turned out that the black people operated the machines faster and reached production much faster than the white people. And you can check that out in Walmart and look at a white cashier and a black one and see who's going to check out customers faster. So we have our own I'm so lazy stories. I'm so lazy that I can run circles around you on my job. And most of us have that I'm so lazy story. So there is an ongoing propaganda war against black people, whether it's about crime, employment, we're so lazy, education, they love to talk about our low test scores, how dumb we are. You name it, they've got a stereotype about it against us. So when we do succeed at something, it's easier to either steal the idea, steal the invention, or just diminish it in some way, saying, well, it wasn't that big a deal because somebody else did something over there that was way more important. And so now is a good time to make mockery of these stereotypes, because that's all they are. These are talking points that they have going against black people, mainly because they cannot control black people. That's the main reason for these stereotypes. But they have a propaganda war going all the time against black people. Listen to what this Somali woman had to say.
Why do you think America is playing hero right now with Ukraine? Why do you think America has always been the hero for refugees and immigrants? Why do you think immigration started to peak right after slavery ended? We're going to save you. We're going to give you housing, resources, safety. We're going to bring your kids. We're going to give you jobs. We're going to sell you the American dream. But the fine print of that contract, don't mess with these people. They're lazy. They don't want to work. They're violent. They're horrible people. They beat black people to the punch and got their side of the story out first. They modified and watered down the brutal and inhumane conditions and things that they did to black people and natives in this country. So now they place you in poverty-stricken communities. You're going to be grateful because you just came from a refugee camp. You're like, thank the Lord. What happens in every poverty-stricken community around the world? There's violence, there's crime, obviously. So now you, the refugee, the grateful refugee, gets to see everything that these people are talking about. Because had they placed these immigrants and refugees in thriving communities with thriving black people, they would have been like, dang, y'all were lying. The black people obviously aren't violent. Look at them. They're hardworking. They don't do anything. They got these immigrants working like dogs for scraps, and they're grateful. And here they are, the grateful immigrants and refugees, looking at black people like, why are not breaking your backs like we are? Because they already did. They broke their backs. They're the reason we're here. Why should black people work for scraps for the wealth that they built? Make it make sense. And black people were also given negative stereotypes about Africans. So no one's talking to the other person. No one is actually sharing stories and coming together to realize, no, wait, this is common enemy number one, not you guys. So that's the story of the grateful refugee.
So this immigrant woman actually got it. Some people really get it. Some of the immigrants really get it. And they pass that information on. Like, they told us that you were lazy, that they needed us to come here to do the work. And the most important thing she said, well, one of the most important things that she said was they beat black people to the punch. They got their narrative out first. They got the word out before we could even say anything, that those people are lazy. They are criminals. Stay away from them. So this is what we're up against all the time. But you can't build a counter argument if you don't know what's been said. But if you know what's been said, then you can build your own counter argument. So somebody, the former enslavers, has been very busy spreading lies about black people, about black Americans. So we cannot prove a negative, but we can put our own spin on it. So I want you in the comment section to give me your favorite I'm so lazy that I turned this world upside down in a day and was home for supper. That's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this stereotype upside down. This is not for somebody to get mad about and say, oh, I don't care what they think about me. No, we really don't care. We don't care, because if we did, black men would be out there making up that $50 billion a year that they keep complaining about. So no, we don't, because we know a lie when we hear one, and we know a stereotype when we hear one. But anyway, let's do our own thing. So give me your favorite I'm so lazy. In my own life, I'm so lazy that I graduated from high school at 17, graduated from college in 3.5 years. I have 2 very marketable skills that I can call upon whenever I need to. I have a master's degree in education, and several credits towards a doctorate degree. 35 plus years of successful teaching experience, was certified, highly qualified, and was highly recommended whenever I decided to change jobs. That's how lazy I am. So give me your favorite I'm so lazy story. Thank you for listening. Subscribe to the channel, give me a thumbs up, leave a comment, share the video, and as always, have a great day.